I might be a little late here, just a bit, but whatever. Following my sort of cringe fan trailer.
Flashback.
Un video más, mi gente, para perder el tiempo. Vean, como me dicen que le eche salsa, vamos a echarle salsa y vamos a echarle picante.
I've been waiting for this. Persona! Here's a chance. Let's get it. End of flashback.
I have a lot of love for this series, especially Persona 3. I played Persona 3 FES on an emulator. Of course, my PS2 is somewhere. So, update. I finally found my PS2. It's right there. Yeah, no, it wasn't there. It was like stashed in the closet or something. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Alright. Having said this, why do I like Persona 3? I could tell you my backstory and the emotional connection to this game, but I'm not, at least for this video. I currently have a video for that in the works for a couple of months. Anyways, let's get into it. You might have wondered why this game is so hyped up, despite its dark and edgy theme, because of this goddamn game gets you in the feels. Yes, it might not pull off a great life sim like Persona 5 because of the hardware limitations at the time, but it makes up with the story. It really does. And if you liked Persona 5 because of the art and the rest of the things, you would certainly love this game, if not even more. It's because of the new revisions in Reload that only just helps the game, but having most people deter from Persona 3 FES because of its outdated graphics, and of course TARDIS, which is the dungeon. Just this video would be a great intro game to get into. The Persona series, or mainly 3 to 5, is based on a turn-based RPG, and according to Google, a role-playing game and a social simulation. How is this different from any other game? This series, or the endings, at least it was for me, just wanting more. This series has a voice background music. Yes, voice is a rarity for games. Yes, some games have 1 or 2 soundtracks, but this game has most of its tracks voiced by mainly Lotus Juice and Yui Karamura, or Azumi Takahashi depending on the version. Just take a listen.
Battle, then I'll take it to the street where there's no rules. Check off the gloves, rip please to down. Gotta prove my skills, so get down. My lyrical jealousy, bro, battle smack down now. Gotta shoot to kill and shoot to skill. Don't you be afraid, man's gotta do how it feels.
Anyways, enough about the music. Where do I start? You can start from anywhere in the series. You can play Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5, or just in any single order. That's because the events are largely disconnected. You can find hints and clues on what happened to the cast, but it's mainly irrelevant to the series, well, to each individual game. Having said this, what is the gameplay like? Since this game came before Persona 4 and Persona 5, it just introduced the life sim feature, as I said before. You could really tell because some of the characters are not even essential or just give anything good to you, but I think it's fine. But since it just immersed me more into the game, having a character that just outlines what environment the main character is going through and the discovery of himself. Now exactly how would I start the series? So there's currently 3 main versions out of Persona 3 FES for the PS2, having a sequel in it. It's called The Answer, which is inaccessible to the other versions. Persona 3 Portable for obviously the PSP, PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and then Nintendo Switch. Having a more visual novel style, which honestly deterred me from the game because this is an 80-hour game. With Persona 3 Portable, it has a special feature which many people want in the new release, which they won't give, which is the female main character. In this game, you could choose between the male, which is the regular one with the blue hair, or the female MC, which I never even played before because I never even played Persona 3 Portable. Anyways, if you're enjoying this, please sub. I'm gonna make this a whole review series on the Persona franchise. Welcome to History 101, starting with Persona 1 through 2.5. Yes, 2.5, that's what I call Eternal Punishment. Yeah, you can stone me later. Anyways, those games follow the 2D standard JRPG style, having an overhead look, or in Persona's 1's case, having a somewhat 3D style look. I think that's what you call it. These games sold well, but not a great hit in the American markets, like Persona 5 or Persona 4. They did have great soundtracks though.
Did I belong to an entity? I don't know where have I gone wrong. Wanna try me, but you only got hate. Only interested in my fate, and insecurities down my way, and interference dodge them away. Let there be light in the dark night. Gotta get it back, it's time I get it back. I wanna bring it back to the good old days.
Sometimes I get sick and tired of the whole situation, but I'll never let them hold me down. 'Cause I know I got faith in curse.
And then the Persona series has changed dramatically, focusing on the 3D aspects and just new features that they experimented with. I swear, looking at these anime cutscenes, and I just don't mean the movies, yes they are Persona movies and Persona TV shows, but I give you a warning, do not look at them. Do not even touch them. Please do not. I have, and it just ruined my experience. But anyways, well, in my case, you could just look at them after you play the games, just so you can appreciate the games even more. If you have played Persona 4 or Persona 5, this might be your hardest title yet. I am personally typing up this script, but have not played it yet. But it's seriously hard compared to Persona 4, Persona 5, and Persona 5 Royal. Anyways, thank you for listening. I had a fun time speaking about this, since Persona 3 has always been a dying and quiet fan base, and I'm just loving to see the hype around this game that Atlas finally gave us a remaster. I hope you experienced Persona 3 Reload like I had experienced Persona 3. Thank you, and I'm out.